As talks continue at the state capitol over the 2016 fiscal year budget, lawmakers again plan to fill a big budget hole by relying on one-time funds. Indications are that nearly half of the $611 million shortfall will be covered by using non-recurring revenue. The rest of the budget hole will be filled through more budget cuts.
Negotiations on a new state budget are expected to last for several more days, with at least three main issues unresolved: how much to spend on health care, common education, and transportation. In Common Ed, the pay raise for teachers appears to be on life support.
We'd love to give teacher pay raises. There's no doubt about that. They need them. I have two sisters that teach. Trust me, I get it. But at the end of the day, knowing that we're in a situation that we're in, not sure the pay raises are going to happen.
State Representative Mike Sanders is chairman of the House Appropriations and Budget Subcommittee for Transportation. He has been working to preserve automatic funding that flows into the County Improvements for Roads and Bridges Fund, better known as the CIRB Fund. The state is now putting 20% of all motor vehicle taxes into that fund, which has grown to $264 million. A pile of money that caught the attention of budget negotiators. Talk of raiding the fund and capping the amount of money flowing into it prompted House Democrats to hold a news conference near the Belle Isle Bridge in Oklahoma City, where more than half of the bridge piers are crumbling.
We cannot afford, as a state of Oklahoma, to cut funding for infrastructure in the state. We've got bridges, not just on the state highway system, but in our county system, that are structurally deficient and in desperate need of repair.
Oklahoma ranks fifth highest in the nation for deficient bridges, 83% of them on rural roads. Like the bridge over Highway 83 in southeast Oklahoma, where the decking was giving way as vehicles drove over it. Representative James Lockhart says many of the roads in the area are simply dangerous.
We've got a section of Highway number 9 west of Spiro where a real good friend of mine, Don Fryover, was killed last summer. There's no shoulders, there's nowhere to get out of the way. But a 18-wheeler came over the little hill and just run over him. There was no way to stop.
About $150 million a year is now being added to the CIRB fund, but that is likely to be reduced in favor of a fixed amount. Where to cap the fund is now the issue. Representative Sanders and House negotiators want it capped at $120 million, but the Senate prefers it cut to $75 million.
The Senate has a plan, the House has a plan, our plan is better.
Every gallon of gas or diesel fuel sold in Oklahoma includes a motor vehicle tax, 16 cents on gasoline, 13 cents on diesel. In 2014, counties got $84.9 million of that for roads and $6.5 million for bridges, all regular yearly funding. Then it's divided between 77 counties. Oklahoma County ended up with $13 million, which is divided again between 3 county commissioners. And when all the dividing is done, each commissioner gets about $350,000 a month.
Now, about 40% of that money covers the salaries and expense, the employee benefits of my road crew. I've got a road crew of about 25 individuals.
District 3 Oklahoma County Commissioner Ray Vaughn says included in that 40% is the cost of his lease purchase of heavy road building equipment. The rest of the money goes to roads and bridges.
Just creating a 1 mile of county standard asphalt road is about $350,000.
And that is why the CIRB fund is so important to county commissioners.
The counties can build a project that they typically could not build out of their monthly revenue, because these are big dollar projects and projects that we'd never be able to fund.
Commissioner Vaughn has 2 major projects that depend on CIRB funding, bridge projects that will cost $35 million.
I've been working on this bridge since 2008. That's 7 years. It's going to take me another year to get the utilities relocated. So in 2016, I'll be ready to encumber that money.
That bridge project is critical to the Deer Creek area because of frequent flooding.
The Deer Creek is the only school district that not only has snow days on their calendar, but they have rain days on their calendar. So when it rains over a couple of inches, you can actually have school canceled.
Commissioner Vaughn has already spent $1 million paying for the preparatory work it takes to build the bridge, and if the CERB cap is set too low, it would likely mean the project would be shelved. As the budget talks continue, State Treasurer Ken Miller was direct this week in explaining why budget cuts keep happening in a state with low unemployment and a growing economy. Quote, "Sometimes we don't learn lessons when they're literally slapping us in the face," Miller said. "We've got to learn the lesson that our reoccurring revenues have to match our reoccurring expenses. You cannot always do what is popular, like cutting taxes and increasing spending, and think you're not going to create a problem that's eventually going to come home to roost." So far, negotiators have agreed to plug about half of the $611 million budget shortfall with money from the Rainy Day Fund, Unclaimed Property Fund, and state agency revolving funds.